Teflon TV. Teflon TV. What up, my people? You know who it is. It's the Don. Tony Teflon. House Teflon. We pull the string. It's the Don. Tony Teflon. House Teflon. We pull the string. Finally, my people. Finally. After 5 long years back and forth. Isn't it? Is it worth it? Finally, we get Mayweather, Pacquiao, the biggest fight in our generation's lifetime to happen to date. And I am very excited that the fight has happened and is going to happen May 2nd. And I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, this fight is 5 years too late and this, that, and the other. But I'm going to tell you that 5 years ago, if this fight happened, it would have been worse for Pacquiao. And I know people, you're probably saying why. Pacquiao was undefeated. He's been knocked out since then. He was a more confident fighter since then. He would have had a better shot at beating Mayweather back then. And I'm telling you that that is not true. I'm going to tell you the deal right now. This fight happening now helps Pacquiao for a numerous amount of reasons. Number one, 100% of the pressure to win this fight is on Floyd Money Mayweather. He has everything to lose. If he beats Pacquiao, all they're going to say is he beat a smaller guy. That's the most respect he's going to get from this fight. Next, Mayweather isn't as fast as he used to be. Now, and Pacquiao may not be as fast either. But when Pacquiao was that fast or whatever, and he was knocking people out and going through people, he was so confident. He probably, if it was my opinion, he would have charged in there like a bull, thinking he was unbeatable because he was unbeatable at that time, and got counter-punched by Mayweather and got knocked out. Now, I think he goes into the fight a little more cautious, a little more reserved. And I think that's what he has to do if he has any chance of wanting to win this fight. He can't go in there just like an animal. Mayweather expects that. He's been bullied all the time. You can't bully this guy. You got to go in there paced and pick your moments. So I think that plays into Pacquiao's hands more than it plays into Mayweather. Just the fact that the pressure, number one, is all on Money May is the number one factor. I mean, Pacquiao regains everything. Everything he lost from the Marquez knockout, everything he got from any fight he ever looked bad, if he wins this fight, especially if he knocks out Mayweather, but if he wins this fight, all of that goes away. It all goes away. All people will remember him for is this fight. Mayweather, if he wins this fight, if he loses this fight, people are going to say that he ducked everybody. People are going to say that, see, I told you when he got in there with someone he would lose. He's going to hear that. If he loses this fight, it all goes down. It's gone. Everything he built up his whole career is gone if he loses this fight. And that's the bottom line. And he's willing to put that on the line. So you got to respect that man for being willing to do that. And I'm sure he understands this. And I'm sure, and he still did it. So respect the man that he was willing to do that and get in the ring and take the fight that the fans wanted. Now, I could go into this whole thing and tell you who I think is going to win the fight and everything else, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a lot more videos leading up until the fight. I'm going to see if I can get you a little celebrity action, some cool, a couple people, see who they think is going to win the fight for predictions. And it's great that it's happening so soon. You don't need a build-up for a fight like this. This is, Hagler, Leonard, Hagler, Leonard, Hagler, Hearns, Tyson, Lewis, Tyson, Spinks. This is up there with all of those fights. This is Leonard Benitez. This is Mugabe Hagler. This is, I can go into a billion fights. Dwight Muhammad Quablib versus Muhammad Saeed. This is up on that level. You know what I mean? Do I think it's going to be a good fight like the ones I just mentioned? And those fights I just mentioned, some of them happen when people pass their prime. When people are past their prime a little bit, people have the tendency to try to stand down and slug it out. And that what happens, and that's how you get great fights. Even Prior Alguello, one, let's say, is better than two. So I think we're in for it. Obviously, Gotti Ward. Are we gonna? I don't know if we're gonna get wars like that. That's not Mayweather's style, and I know that's what people want to see. People want to see Mayweather bleed. They want to see him get knocked down, get back up, and win the fight. That's what people want to see. The good-looking dudes. When you're good-looking, man, and people like to see the pretty boys, the good-looking dudes get beat up, have to grip down on their mouthpiece and get up. And until that, he will never be fully respected. Even if he wins this fight by unanimous decision, dominates every round of this fight, wins his next fight, and then retires, people will never give him that respect until that day comes. That's the problem that happened with Roy Jones. That's why he was always had problems. That's why people like Bernard Hopkins better, because he had those type of fights. That's why people like Arturo Gatti, because he had fights like that. That's what the people want to see, fights like that. But that's not Mayweather's style. That's not how he gets down. I don't know if he'll ever get respect like that, because I don't think he'll ever draw himself into a fight like that. But you're going to have to respect his record in the end. Joe Calzaghe, undefeated, retired undefeated, but he's not looked on as one of the greatest fighters. In fact, I don't think any fighter that is retired undefeated is looked on as one of the greatest fighters of all time. But I'm just babbling about different things because I'm really excited about the fight. May 2nd, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Tony Teflon the Don. If you like this, subscribe, like it, thumbs up it, tell your people about me. We're going to be doing a lot more boxing videos, you know what I mean, leading up into this. And if you want to see any my opinion on the other boxing things, just let me know. You know what I mean? Leave it in the comments and we get at you. So until next time, peace and stay sexy. Tony Teflon, Tony Teflon, Tony Teflon, Tony Teflon, Teflon 316. Peace. And I'm out. Stay sexy.